Yo guys, Insane Gamer 52 here, and there is a new mode called Zombie Snacks with some solid rewards. So how this mode works is it's kind of similar to Outbreak Survival back in Cold War, but it's got some improvements from then. So how it works is instead of a health bar, you now have an energy bar. It's the same value. You start with 150 energy. Juggernaut takes you up to 250 energy, 300 if you have the augment on it, and that's essentially your health. If you get hit, your energy bar depletes, but it does not regenerate. You have to grab food or do other things to make it regenerate. So getting hit will deplete it, running around will deplete it, jumping, sliding, diving, all that stuff will deplete your energy, slowly. Like 2 seconds of running is like 1 energy. So, it depletes pretty slowly, but you do have to worry about it, right? And so the way that you can get that energy back is you get 50 energy from picking up any of the snacks on the ground. Zombies, just an extra thing that they can drop is snacks. Some donuts, some pizza, some cereal, whatever. And then you can also get another 150 for drinking a perk. You get 50 for using a gobblegum, 50 for using a stim shot, 5 for using light mend, or 10 if you have, the augment for the extra strength on your light mend. Healing aura will bring you back up to max. Anything that would regenerate your health normally is going to also regenerate your energy, plus those extra ones of any consumable like perks and gobblegums, which is pretty cool. And it adds a little bit of a twist, right? It adds a little bit of a challenge to your entire gameplay, and especially boss fights. So that is how this game mode works. And for completing the Easter egg on each of the maps in this game mode, you get some solid rewards. So you get 15,000 XP for every time, or for the first time you do that on every map. And you also get some gobblegums. So in standard mode, you will get 6 gobblegums, including an ultra. And then in directed mode, you can complete it again for another 4 gobblegums, including a legendary. You get 15,000 XP for all of those. Standard directed is the same, which means you can get 50 gobblegums and 150,000 XP for completing all 5 maps on both standard and directed, which is sweet. I love that. It's so many rewards. So for Liberty Falls, you get a near-death experience. For Terminus, you get a raindrops. For Citadel de Moor, you get a timeout. For the Tomb, you get a Wonderbar. And for Shattered Vale, you get a hidden power. Those are the ultra gobblegums that you're going to get, in addition to a bunch of other, lower rarity gums in the pack, so you can see right below them in the pictures. For our loadout, I am going to be bringing in a kilo. There are wall buys in this mode, unlike Cranked, so I will be grabbing the GS45 off the wall just to give it a little bit of a rarity bump, and I can use a hidden power to, get it nice and pack punch right off the bat. For my field upgrade, I am running Healing Aura. We are going to have at least one person running Aether Shroud for the boss fight, because there's a thing in this game mode called a flow state. And so how you activate that is if you get 10 kills without getting hit, it doesn't matter if, you run around and lose energy. As long as you haven't gotten hit, you'll get into a flow state. And how that works is you will end up doing extra damage, and it's a lot of damage. And you will also have increased movement speed and handling for your weapons, which is really cool as well. But if you're able to, hit a boss in that flow state, I bet it's going to do crazy damage. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to be bringing Idolize. We're going to be bringing Aether Shot to try and help out with that. But I personally am going to be bringing Healing Aura because, in a boss fight, if there's no food on the ground and you're getting hit by zombies, you'll want to be able to regen health all the way because there's no natural regen, right? We're going to be bringing Stim Shots again for the regen. And then for our Gobblegums, I'm actually going to have 2 packs. So I'm going to bring in Wall Power, Profit Sharing, and Idolize as my beginning. I'm going to grab Wall Power for the GS45s, Profit Sharing to get a bunch of points right off the bat after we end up pack punching and opening up the Beamsmasher build room, because that's a great spot to just crank out some rounds for some really quick cash. And then my boss fight gums are going to be the Idolize, Phoenix Up, and Killjoy. And I do have a second pack that I may or may not actually swap to, and that is because, remember, Gobblegums, if you chew them, you get 50 extra health, right? So just as another way, I do have another pack that is all whimsicals that I could swap to at some point before I grab all of my boss fight gums and just, start popping whimsicals and then go back to get my boss fight gums later on. We'll see if we end up doing that or not. It's a lot easier when you only have 2 boss fight gums like I did on Liberty Falls. But for this, we have 3, so, we might just grab all 3 of those. We might grab 2 of them, hit some whimsicals, and then grab the last one later. We'll just end up seeing. And for the augments for Healing Aura, I personally am running Enduring Radiance and Stoic Presence. So that makes it so that, the healing persists over time. Your energy, has the beam with the little healing area around it, which is awesome, especially for a boss fight where you're kind of staying in a similar area. So you're able to just continue getting those heals is awesome. And then Stoic Presence to kind of just knock everything around and stun the zombies and just give you a little bit of breathing room before you get back into the action. Because if you're using Healing Aura, it's probably in a pretty zesty situation where some breathing room helps, right? And then for Aether Shroud, I am going to recommend Group Shroud so that, you shroud your whole teammates who are all near you, and Extension over Extra Charge. I think Extension is just easier to use. You don't have to worry about timing it twice or, getting hit in between. It's just easier to use. So that is my recommendation for pretty much all the maps, except for the tomb. I would run extra charge, but we'll get to that in another video. All right, and with that being said, let's hop into the map. All right, so we are on Terminus now. I totally forgot to start the recording for a second, so we finished the first amp, and I am going to be using a wall power right here to grab the GS45s before we even leave spawn. All right, this video will obviously be on Terminus. If you would like to see the other videos for all the other maps, feel free to check the description below for the links to all of those once they get uploaded. I feel like the last zombie in this mode always just kind of straggles. Like, it is so hard to find them sometimes, which means that we're just wasting profit sharing time. Where is that zombie? There he is. Golly. Let's go open this up. Grab our loose change, of course, and start the amp. All right, amp 2 complete. Very good. And I like to just kind of stay in this area for a little bit until, you know, until the first bug round, and then I like to go down to power after that. So we're gonna spend a couple rounds here. Ooh, refrigerator power up, yes sir, which means every zombie drops snacks. Love it, love it. Dude, this remix of the menu music goes hard. I like it during the flow state. Oh, I got hit. No more flow state. All right, there we go. Bug round complete, and let's head down to Pack-a-Punch. And actually, I can go hit the gobblegum machine, start getting my boss gums. Killjoy, sure. All right, here I'll buy half. And the third amp. Dude, coming in with the already packed GS45s is so useful. But your boy needs a little bit of health. Give me a snack, give me a snack. There we go, we got some pizza. Okay, all right, let's go grab ourselves a dead wire, which I can't afford yet. Oh no. All right, there we go, now we can afford it. All right, let's go grab our PhD as well. Very good. And, you know, get a nice 150 health from drinking a perk. I like that. All right, and let's head to the lift. All right, and up we go. All right, so we got our first... Oh, and second. All right, and there we go. All 3 electrical boxes. Almost missed that second one. I was a little slow there for a second. Oh, I need to not slide, dude. Sliding's going to make it. Oh. All right, we got our 4th and our 5th. So, as you can see, you know, if I'm just running around, you know, it's 35, 34. It's about every 2 seconds you drop 1 energy. A jump is a guaranteed energy. Might be 1.5. It looked like it was between 1 and 2. And then a slide, we're at 126 down to 123, down to 119. So it's about 3 to 4 energy for a slide. So it is going to take a little bit to get used to not sliding around the map, dude. All right, we got our EMF up. Very good. Heading over to the C tower and interact with the briefcase to grab our multi-phasic resonator. Very good, very good. Do you guys know where the computers are up top? I got the bottom one. Yeah. Awesome, thank you. All right, let's go put the resonator in and do a little bit of math. All right, so we got X is 10, Y is 21, and Z is 0. I love zeros. They make this so easy. All right, so the first one is 31. 2 times 10 plus 11 is 31. There we go. We got 2 times, so we got 0 plus 21 minus 5 is 16. Okay, and then 21 plus 0 minus 10 is 11. Easy peasy. And now I just need to flip the round. All right, the round flip. Let's go grab our resonator real quick and head to the islands. And on the way, let's grab some junk. I think that's going to be a good idea. All right, so heading over to the boat right here. And then we can actually bring 2 people over. So who's blue? Code, you want to come over? Well, so the thing is, if you only have 2 people, 1 or 2 people, you only need to get 2 orbs. If you have 3 or 4 people, you actually need to get 3 orbs. So it's just a little quicker to do this with just 1 or 2. All right, head to the first island. Go place the resonator. All right, we're going to hold off on killing them. Wait. Let them stay for a bit so they can get zapped. And then, you know, if none get zapped for a while, then you can slay out. All right, come on, zippy zappy. Any day now. All right, looks like those guys are not going to get zapped, so we can kill that horde. There we go. All right, and now we can kill them, grab the orb, put it in, and wait for the next zap. There we go. All right, so that'll be both our zaps. Very good. Grab our resonator and hop back in the boat. All right, we're on the next island. Let's go place the resonator down. Wait for a zap. There we go. Oh, nice and close to the orb. Let's go. I will definitely take that pizza. Your boy was a little low on health there. All right, there we go. And second orb. Very good. Grab the resonator. Back to the boat. All right, and to the third island. Go place the resonator. There we go. Wait for it to zap. All right, there we go. Nice and quick. Orb number 1. Man, I need help. Good thing we have stims. There we go. There we go. There it is. And second orb. Very good. Pick up that ammunition. And let's go build the Beamsmasher. It's a good thing that driving the boat doesn't take your energy down as counting as, like, movement, you know? Like, that would be tragic. Like, if it was really just, like, distance moved instead of, like, actual, you know, like, running. All right, back on the island. Yeah, dude, that would suck to get thrown by an amalgam and just have half your energy gone because you just got yeeted. All right, let's go build ourselves a Beamsmasher. And swap it for the correct weapon, the Kilo, not our GS-45s, because I've totally done that. All right, let's go look for... Hey, the hard drive is here. Nice. So you can tell it's here because the grate is already broken. And you can also look, there is a key card on the ground in the middle of that flashing grate. So this is the correct one. So we're going to go activate that. Just hit that middle mouth just once. That's all you got to do. Don't need to do anything crazy. Grab the hard drive, and we'll be good. But first... I think we should pop a profit sharing. So I think we everyone come to the Beamsmasher room. Let's pop a profit sharing and go through a couple rounds. All right, using my profit sharing. Okay, 2 of us use profit sharing. That's fine. Hey, double points, very good. And food. I need that donut. Who doesn't like a good donut? Oh, it's a good thing it's a bug round because you boy need some ammo. X ammo, very nice. Still got about a quarter left on the profit sharing, so you know we'll go do the rest of the Easter egg on this round probably. No, my internet just went out. Are you serious? Well, there goes 42,000 points with a profit sharing. And we're just gonna be stuck at this loading screen, so I have to completely close the game, go back in, and rejoin them, which is gonna be... All right, so we are back in the game now. I have to go rejoin the boys and hopefully complete it. Oh no, I can't rejoin. Can you guys send me an invite? It also says that I'm not joining you, so I can't even leave the party. Oh my god. It says waiting on party to finish the match. Can you not join in progress anymore? No. Oh my god. And then the app crashes. Jesus, this is just not the game. All right, we're finally back in. Let's see if we can rejoin them this time. Joining. Come on, no whammy. Okay, I joined the party. Waiting on party to finish the match. That's bogus, dudes. All right, so they're gonna leave the game and we're gonna get it started up again and have to go redo all those steps. All right, so we got another game going and we are going to, we got up to the same spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the hard drive in here. Go grab myself some quick revive because your boy needed some health. All right, so the numbers are 7, 1, and 1. All right, 711. 711. That's a funny code. Gonna go double pack before this fight. And a 3-plate. All right, let's go interact with the chamber and enter our code of 711. Everyone head to a handle. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and quick. Very good. Oh, dude. Flow State's gonna smoke this guy. Nathan's about to get worked. Oh, my lord. Dude, Flow State OP. All right. Heading down into the water to go grab the key card. Very good. Can someone come down to the water? Oh, no. I kind of smoked this boat for a second. You got stims and healing aura if you need. All right. Come under the boat. Smoke those guys. Head up a ladder. Oh, no. I don't think any of us have shock charges. That's fine. No skip. All right, there we go. Lockdown complete. Grab our max ammo. Code, grab your canister. Back down to the boat we go. All right, it is not that one. Okay. All right, and gonna go slowly. All right, there we go. Repair the node. Very good. And escorting code up to his. Dude, Patient 13's gonna get obliterated if we're in the flow state. Oh, which reminds me, I need to get my gobblegums for the boss fight. There we go. Phoenix up. Dude, it's so quick to spin now. Oh, that's so good. Amalgam got fried. And we can grab us another gobble. Dude, that's such a W change. W change. Dude, I heard a little like Windows pop up for a second and I got scared that it was OBS disconnecting again. No, there's a Photoshop update. All right, go ahead and grab the hacking device and head back down to the boat. All right, Greg, get actually in the boat. Yeah, if you're in the boat, you don't damage it. If you're standing on the boat, you damage it with your GS-45s. All right, buoy number 2. All right, and buoy number 3. Sick. Let's head into the pack punch room. All right, detonator number 1. I'm coming to and I'll protect you. All right, and heading up top to the last one.
Disconnects.
All right, and there we go. Bomb number 3 defused. And now we're ready for the boss fight, but I do want to go a little bit more just so that I can, I do want to pack 3 before the boss fight, but if we need to go before that, you know, it's fine. I'm definitely going to get myself a purple. Oh, although I could have gotten a chopper. Well, honestly, with a flow state, the GS-45s are probably better than the chopper gunner. Oh, fridge power up. Love it, love it. Oh, why is my latency at 200 milliseconds? What the heck? What in the world? No, we're all still moving. I didn't disconnect. All right, back down to 12 millisecond latency. That was super weird. Dude, we're back up to 250. Triple packed. Let's go, let's go. All right, go, go, go. Oh, max ammo. No, it was 2 feet in front of me. Oh, no. All right, I think I'm in the flow state. We're going to skip this so my internet, you know, doesn't go out again. All right, damage is... I am not in the flow state, and I'm definitely not now. I'm gonna... Oh, no! I tried to healing aura because I saw Greg at 1 health, but I had 200 millisecond ping. Ugh, I don't have money for ammo. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, no. Is that phase? Okay, good, good, good. It is. I need to earn money for ammo. Yeah, I'm gonna pop idolize when we're done this phase. Oh, dude, look at all the food on the ground. Tons of food on the ground, guys. Health up, health up. Okay, I have my 5,000 to buy some ammo. All right, he's back, he's back. I'm gonna pop idolize. Wait, why didn't it pop? Pop, pop, pop. Okay, there we go. Hit him in the mouth. I am not in flow state. I don't know. Is anyone in flow state? Maybe it doesn't work against bosses. I don't know. All right, there we go. Phase 2, phase 2. We're good there. Yeah, idolize, very useful. Does anyone else have one for the next phase? Okay, flash freeze. We're working on our research. We're working on our frost blast research. Oh, someone's in the flow state, I think. Go, go, idle, go, go. All right, Code said he's in the flow state. Is it working? Oh my God, he's getting smoke. Oh my gosh, I need to stim. Holy cow. Yeah, good chopper, good chopper. Anyone have a healing aura? Thank you, thank you. Oh, there were a lot of us real low on that one. There we go. GG's.
First try, no disconnection.
First try, no problems at all. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, it definitely adds a little bit of zest to those boss fights. Having to, like, actually worry about your health. Oh, I heard the gobblegum spin, but I didn't get to see it. All right, we got a little bit of XP towards the event. Very good. We're about halfway through almost. And we got our 15,000 and a gobblegum pack, which we unfortunately cannot see. And then some just other gobblegums as well. Very cool. If you guys ever want help with anything zombies, I stream with viewers multiple times a week and have an active Discord community who are always helping each other out. If you found this video helpful, let me know by dropping a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe for more in-depth guides and entertaining content in the future.